video is a morning practice for you to try. It's going to be quite short. We plan on adding more to this morning series for some slightly longer practices for you to, if you have the time, but this one's going to be quite short. So a great way to start your day, if you can, before looking at your phone. Again, very difficult, I completely understand that. So maybe making it shorter is a good thing. So we're going to do a little bit of meditation, some awareness to our breath, move the body, and then take a few moments for gratitude, for thankfulness. Okay, so starting seated on the ground if possible, okay, but you can do this on a chair. Now a block or a cushion can make this a little bit more comfortable, so I'm going to choose to use the block for a moment, and it can help release your hips a little bit and puts less pressure on your knees. But you could always pad your knees out, put some cushions here or little bricks to make this a comfortable sitting position for yourself. So sit on the ground, like I say, if possible, or if you're in a chair, then have your feet on the ground. So I'm going to close my eyes, so I invite you to close your eyes unless that makes you feel uncomfortable, and then keep the eyes open. So I'm going to close the eyes. Take a moment to notice where I'm sitting, where the body is touching the ground. Awareness to the space around me, where I'm taking the space up in the room with my body. Scanning through the body for a moment. It just allows us to become more present. And this practice can be more difficult at the beginning of the day because our mind might be racing ahead, thinking about what we've got to do. So let's try and help the mind be present by bringing ourselves back to the body. So noticing your feet on the ground, maybe your sit bones, your legs, awareness to your spine. So try and create a little bit of length through the spine if you can. Notice where your shoulders are. Are they drawn up towards the ears, or can you softly let them move away? Awareness to your arms and your hands. Allow the tummy to be soft. Notice the rib cage moving as you breathe in and out. Awareness to your heart space, to your throat, to your face, your jaw, the crown of your head. Be aware of your breath. Notice the breath as you breathe in and out. Not trying to change it. Just follow it. Follow the inhale. Follow the exhale. And spending a moment now asking yourself the question, how am I this morning? How am I today? Noticing what comes up, maybe something physically takes your attention. Maybe the mind thinking about something. Be aware of your breath. Notice the breath again. Maybe that changed a little bit when you asked yourself the question. And just placing one hand on the heart space, just having a few breaths here. with your hand on the heart space. Noticing how that feels, any sensations that arise as you breathe in and out here. Relaxing the hand down. Keeping that awareness to the body, the breath. Noticing the space around you. Noticing any sounds inside the room, outside of the room. And just letting your attention move from one sound to another, rather than becoming maybe attached to one particular sound. It's like that we just let it go and then move to another sound. Bringing yourself back again to your body where you're touching the ground. And just place the hands now alongside you. Maybe softly open the eyes, just like blink the eyes open. And just take a slow turn with the head to the right. Just taking in the space around you, just scanning the room, and then do the same going to the left. Come back to centre. Good. So we're going to now bring some movement into the body. So it's a nice way to stretch, like just give the body a little stretch in the morning after being in bed all night. And if you notice, if you've got any pets, you notice that they do their little morning stretches. They know intuitively how they need to move their body, and actually we do too if we pay a little bit of attention. So maybe you notice that when you get out of bed, I need to just spend a moment, just, a little turn to the side and a little stretch with the arms. But sometimes we don't allow ourselves the time, we just rush for the next thing. So kind of invite you to do that next time. If you notice your body wanting to do a little stretch, do you let that happen? And see if you can. So I'm going to turn side on, but you don't need to move if you want to. So let's do a little forward fold. So this could be done in a chair as well, and I will do a little chair practice at some point, but you can just, if you are in a chair, you can just work yourself down, your legs down towards the floor. If you can sit cross-legged, great. If you find this uncomfortable, you could just stretch the legs out in front, so your choice. Again, you could use a few cushions to sit on, pad out the knees if you need to. So let the hands come in front, take a breath in. Let the fold come from the hip crease, so you keep this length through your spine. And it may be, especially in the morning, you don't go as far as you think you could, okay? So I want you to go as far as the body is comfortable to do so. So we're not forcing the body to go further than it wants to. So just bearing that in mind, in the morning we tend to be a little bit tighter in the body. So adjust
accordingly your expectation of where you think you should be. So just breathing deeply to the tummy, exhaling, maybe just seeing if you can soften a little bit through your head. You can have the eyes open or closed. I like to have my eyes closed. But if you're new to yoga, then sometimes that feels a bit strange, closing the eyes when you're doing like movement. You're often maybe used to having the eyes open. So just give yourself time. As you practice more and more, you'll maybe change and you feel like, oh, actually, I do want to close my eyes today. My body is happy with that. So just another couple of breaths here. Like I say, we're not making this too long, this practice. Walking the hands back, stretching the legs out in front, and just give them a little shake out. So usually they feel like that's all you want to do when you've had them cross legs. So just try it. It's usually quite nice. Let the fingers come behind you. Just going to shuffle forward slightly. And just a little back bend now. A little heart opener, just lifting the gaze, lifting the heart space. You can make it active, stretching through the backs of your legs. Again, you could do this in a chair. Maybe you just stretch the legs away from you, the heels are on the ground. So soft breath in and out. Good. One more breath here. Coming back to centre. I'm going to do a little twist. So just bring one leg in, step it over the left. So yeah, bring the right leg in, step it over the left. Just give it a little hug in, right arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen up, and then just a turn, quite a gentle turn round to the right, through the rib cage. So this is nice for the spine, but also the neck, if you let the gaze travel round a little bit. We're keeping some length through the spine, not collapsing. Soften your jaw a little bit, so it's nice just to have the mouth slightly open. Breathing here for one more breath. Coming back to centre. Good, just letting the leg go long. Stepping the other leg in, over. So left over right this time. Hug the left leg with the right arm, left arm behind you. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine. Exhale, turn to the left this time. Maybe the gaze goes a bit further round. Good. And we'll bring the gaze back, the shoulders, let that leg come out, another little shake out through the leg. And then we're going to come onto all fours into cat. So let the knees come underneath the shoulders, wrists under the hips. Sorry, I'm just going to take my jumper off. Good, so just bringing your knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Good, coming into cat-cow. Inhale, lift the gaze. Release the tummy, exhale, draw the navel back, look between the legs. Inhaling, so great connection to our breath here. So we're letting the movement follow our breath, exhale. Let our spine just start to move. Obviously, if you've got any back problems, low back problems, just, follow where the movement is for you, not forcing. We're never forcing in yoga. We're being kind to ourselves. Good, another inhale and exhale. Good, inhale back to neutral, exhale, push back into swan, push the bottom back, let the arms go long, let the forehead come down. And if this is uncomfortable, if you find that you're quite far off resting on the backs of your heels, you could just place like a cushion here, just to give yourself something to rest on, so you're not sort of mid-air. That can be more comfortable. So it's a nice little stretch through our arms to make it nice and active. And then let's just do a little side stretch. So I just want you to walk the hands just gently a little bit over to the left. That will create a little bit more of an intensity down the right hand side of the body. So we're just creating a little bit of length there. Breathing softly and gently down that right hand side. Just one more breath. Walk the hands back to the centre first, and then come over round to the right. Head is relaxing down, trying not to hold tension. Take the awareness now to the left hand side of your body, so just being aware of that left hand side. Breathing in and out. That focus on the left side of the ribs. Good. Coming back to centre. Then inhale back into cat. We're just coming into a little downward facing dog. So tuck the toes under, push your bottom back towards your heels, drive up through your legs. And this is going to be a soft downward facing dog. So it's like a little release with one heel. Maybe the head can move, the hips through your rib cage. It's just nice and soft. It's not too intense. Let's drop the knees back into cat. Inhale. And then we'll go back into downward facing dog one more time. Exhale. Good. Holding here for a few breaths. So maybe you hold it and you hold it in stillness, or you you can still keep moving. Sorry, lost my words there. So your choice. And then good. Inhale, drop back into cats. Pushing back for a moment. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. If this is uncomfortable, then you could just come off your legs. Exhale, bring the arms down. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Just turn to face you. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to seated. Good. So just sitting cross-legged again. Or actually, if you're comfortable sat like this for a few breaths, great, because gives the feet a little bit of a stretch. But if it's really not comfortable, then that's fine. So I'm going to stay here, but choose however it is comfortable. Okay. And so we've just given our body a little bit of movement, and now we're going to just come back to the breath again. So I like to close the eyes, so I invite you to close them, or if it feels more comfortable, have them open. So notice the body now. How does it feel just by just doing a few simple stretches? How does it feel? Does it feel a bit different to when you sat down at the beginning? Notice your breath, has that changed? So we're going to just bring the awareness now to gratitude, thankfulness, and just spending a few moments just to bring to mind what you feel grateful for today, now, what it is. And it can be really simple things, and actually the simple things are usually the best, really. And so like I say, you don't have to think of anything profound or big. It can be quite simple, even just thanking yourself for the time that you've given yourself to do a little practice this morning. So like I say, just a few simple little things. Feeling thankful for your breath. And
And just opening the eyes again, flicking them, like blinking them, not flicking them, blinking them open. And we'll just take one more breath here where we inhale, sweep the arms up, bring the hands together, draw them down into the heart space, just bowing the head, closing the eyes, taking a moment longer to just notice how you are in this moment. Ready to start your day. Namaste.